Welcome. Let's continue the game and let's continue talking about the dark sides of the INFJ. Well, let me say this. I have made the INFJ sound quite strong in the past. Yes, strong willed, fearless, and I've also talked about how they have the dark trait of destruction in my last video as well. I spoke about how their feelings and desires will fester inside of them, creating an internal tornado, which eventually allows them to destroy parts of their life. But guess what other dark trait lies inside of the INFJ? Well, I'll tell you. It's the choice to live in mediocrity. This doesn't sound dark on the surface, does it? But it doesn't sound great either, right? After all, the INFJ is capable of so much. They are smart, calculated. They have the ability to connect to others. By and large, they have what it takes to live a pretty spectacular life. The INFJ is extraordinary. Shouldn't they have an extraordinary life as well? And doesn't it almost seem criminal for them to settle for a mediocre life, given what they're capable of? But how is this even dark? I mean, that's a natural question here, right? Okay, well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they settle like that? I'll tell you. They give into it because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they can have better. Maybe they think they don't deserve it. It's just a matter of time before it would get snatched away anyways. Kind of like imposter syndrome. There are dark places inside of the INFJ's mind that they can hear the whispers. The whispers saying, it's not for you. Maybe for others, but not for you. After all, if it was, then why hasn't it been there this whole time? Why wasn't it gifted to you the way it was gifted to others? Just sitting there for you to reach out and take it. So they settle. They tell themselves, you can't have it all. Or, well, look at the 80-20 rule, right? I can't expect 100%. You can only expect maybe 80% of satisfaction, and the 20% you gotta let it go. But which part of their life is 80% and which part is 20%? You follow me? And is it even 80-20 for them, actually? What does that sort of dissatisfaction breed? Well, here comes the darkness, because it could get darker still. Animosity for themselves can come into play here. Frustration with themselves. Yes, it can get dark. And the INFJ is like a lighthouse for others. But when they go to those places in their mind, the lights are out. They can't live their purpose anymore like that. They can't give the best of themselves anymore. It's quite a price to pay, isn't it? This all breeds more darkness. This can bring out deep dissatisfaction because there is no greater sadness than not living with purpose. More specifically, a purpose that requires the beautiful, bright parts of the INFJ. Yes, they do have those beautifully bright parts within them, but they just can't shine if they can't be satisfied in life. And those parts require attention. They require nurturing and recognition. Those parts are extraordinary, not mediocre. So let me say this. The INFJ, in my opinion, isn't designed to live a mediocre life. It doesn't need to be grand. It doesn't need to be fancy, wild, or full of adventures. But it needs to be extraordinary, but in a deeper way. It should be extraordinary in their heart, in their spirit, because that is where they can truly shine and be generous with their love and with their service. that is when they can actually bring into the world what they're meant to bring, to show up with, well, I guess, honor, authenticity. Yeah, they need that. Otherwise, aren't they bound to feel dark? Aren't they bound to sit in darkness? In all that sadness and that dissatisfaction? Well, unfortunately, that is the dark side of the INFJ. Well, one of the dark sides. They can just decide to be content with mediocrity, perhaps not quite realizing what else comes with that, how almost they're abandoning parts of themselves in order to sit there like that. Well, anyways, next video, we'll get deeper into other things. Yeah, I'm on a kick, guys. I am really loving this idea of diving into the dark places because, well, I kind of like the dark. And also, I mean, enough. Screw all the damn games. Let's just keep it real here, right? Let's just start talking about the real parts of the INFJ that nobody else is talking about. Who's got the guts to say it, right? Or admit to it? I'll start the trend. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Take it easy.